job offer for you. Happy Trails is organizing an expedition north into Utah, off the Long 15, and we need people. We're looking for caravan guards, prospectors, couriers. If you're used to humping it across the waste, straight toward trouble, we want you. If you got a Pip-Boy, we definitely want you. On the other hand, if you're a greenhorn or a city slicker spinning tales about your skills, you can kindly go hang. If we like your gumption, we'll pay you square and treat you fair. Find me, Jed Masterson, at the Northern Passage if you're interested. Luck to you. Howdy. My name is Jed Masterson, and I'm a caravan boss for the Happy Trails Caravan Company. If you're hearing this, I have a job offer for you. Happy Trails is organizing an expedition north into Utah, off the Long 15, and we need people. We're looking for caravan guards, prospectors, couriers. If you're used to humping it across the waste, straight toward trouble, we want you. If you got a Pip-Boy, we definitely want you. On the other hand, if you're a greenhorn or a city slicker spinning tales about your skills, you can kindly go hang. If we like your gumption, we'll pay you square and treat you fair. Find me, Jed Masterson, at the Northern Passage if you're interested. Luck to you. Howdy. My name is Jed Masterson, and I'm a caravan boss for the Happy Trails Caravan Company. If you're hearing this, I have a job offer for you. Happy Trails is organizing an expedition north into Utah, off the Long 15, and we need people. We're looking for caravan guards, prospectors, couriers. If you're used to humping it across the waste, straight toward trouble, we want you. If you got a Pip-Boy, we definitely want you. On the other hand, if you're a greenhorn or a city slicker spinning tales about your skills, you can kindly go hang. If we like your gumption, we'll pay you square and treat you fair. Find me, Jed Masterson, at the Northern Passage if you're interested. Luck to you. Howdy. My name is Jed Masterson, and I'm a caravan boss for the Happy Trails Caravan Company. If you're hearing this, I have a job offer for you. Happy Trails is organizing an expedition north into Utah, off the Long 15, and we need people. We're looking for caravan guards, prospectors, couriers. If you're used to humping it across the waste, straight toward trouble, we want you. If you got a Pip-Boy, we definitely want you. On the other hand, if you're a greenhorn or a city slicker spinning tales about your skills, you can kindly go hang. If we like your gumption, we'll pay you square and treat you fair. Find me, Jed Masterson, at the Northern Passage if you're interested. Luck to you.
Hey boys, we're back. I fixed it. Couldn't stay away? No, hell no, man. We need to get closure here.
My name is Jed Masterson.
Closure.
And I'm a caravan boss for the Happy Trails Caravan Company. If you're hearing this, I have a job offer for you. Happy Trails is organizing an expedition north into Utah, off the Long 15. And we need people. We're looking for caravan guard.
Okay, here we go again. So we talked with these people here, Jed, Stella, and Ricky, and we encountered some crashing issue with entering this DLC, Honest Hearts, the second expansion to Vault New Vegas. I managed to do some workarounds and it did load, so It should load again. And go here.
Are you here to join me?
Okay, here we go again. Think we heard this like 7 times today.
Are you now? You know we ain't coming back this way for a good long while now, right? And you know...
Yeah. Let's go.
Well...
Can you imagine it started crashing again now? Spent like
The
nearly 2
paths
hours
we're
on this.
following are slow going, so you might as well keep your ears open and listen to what old Jed has to say. A few decades back, folks in the NCR started to hear about a community in northern Utah called New Canaan. Didn't know much about them, except that they were religious folks, sent out missionaries to talk to the tribes. We've seen our share of cults, but the New Canaanites, they were honest traders. Good fighters, too. Raiders wouldn't tangle with them. But then... the Legion appeared in Arizona. I reckon you know all about them. Turns out Caesar's first war chief, the Malpais Legate, was a New Canaanite, Joshua Graham. Legend goes that Graham was the meanest, toughest son of a bitch in the whole damn Legion. The New Canaanites wouldn't talk about him. They were ashamed. Guess I can't blame them. Well, at Hoover Dam, the Malpais Legate finally met his match. Hanlon and Oliver kicked his New Canaanite butt right back over the river. Caesar had to make an example for the others, to show them that even at the highest level, failure wouldn't be tolerated. He had Graham covered in pitch, lit on fire, and thrown into the Grand Canyon. People say he didn't even scream on the way down. Not long after, some of the slaves and tribals started to talk. Said Graham wasn't dead. Shouldn't have been any surprise. All this talk bothered Caesar, so he forbade anyone from speaking his name. Wanted to erase Joshua Graham from history. He got his wish. Joshua Graham disappeared, and in his place came legends of the burned man walking the wastes. Probably just a tribal ghost story. But New Canaan's been silent for a long time. Maybe it's a coincidence. Maybe the Malpais Legate is dead. Or maybe Joshua Graham did crawl out of that canyon and finally found his way back home.
Yoo-hoo!
All right, people. Been a long couple of weeks, but here we are.
Couple of weeks.
Zion. I know your feet hurt. I know you're tired, but I need everyone's mind on the trail ahead.
Ain't the trail ahead worries me, Jed. Those descents we made through that slot canyon back up there. Ain't no way we're getting back out the way we come. And then what?
God damn it, Stella heard you the first time. And the 15th, too. The New Canaanites will know a way. And if they don't, we've got the maps on our friend's Pip. Boy over there. Enough lollygagging. Get moving. And keep an eye out for tribals.
Sorry to bother you with reality, old Jed. Who cares if we can't get back out the way we come? That's
Rival at Zion. Follow Jed. So this place has its own map.
not a problem.
Fuck off, I'm busy. Fuck off,
Hold
I'm
on,
busy.
Swear I heard something up ahead.
Gonna get the ambushed here.
God damn it, ambush! Cover people! Watch yourselves!
Oh, we're supposed to kill those guys up there.
Might as well be waving at us.
Holy shit! Stay low, people! Stay low!
Nothing. We're sitting ducks here. Here I come. I was a sheriff once, goddammit.
Dial me. Ah!
Everybody dead. do actually pretty okay damage. I don't think I can actually get there. Sounds like a shotgun. I need to use one of these weapons here to kill it. Tomahawk. I'm not even sure it does enough damage. Got him. Got him. So the whole caravan got massacred. We're the only survivor. Isn't that convenient, huh? Got him some extra gear here. In case they're on the cliffs, we can use these tomahawks with poison, or the grenade launcher. These guys actually should be doing okay damage here. Just to be a little careful. Hey, they do actually pretty good damage. Was what weapon is that? Trail carbine? Yeah. That's some damage for sure. Rebar clubs? Why do they use rebar clubs? This place is always creepy because there is no really any sounds, any music playing. Color palette is different than the rest of the wasteland. But developers, I guess, forgot to put a soundtrack for this place. This one can actually cure poison. So, location-wise, this is the only location here. This place does have quite a bit of locations. Move into Zion Valley is the objective. Seems like with that money we're gonna explore it thoroughly. Repeated playthroughs to DLCs, a lot of stuff will get skipped if we get to replay.
Hoi, Whitelegs don't leave survivors often. You're some kind of lucky, let me tell you. You came from outside, didn't you? From the civilized lands. Wow. Joshua will want to hear about this.
Civilized lands? What do you mean?
I mean the lands beyond the valley. The place where the cities never fell. Where people don't live in tribes and forage just to survive. Joshua keeps saying it isn't paradise out there. But how can it not be, compared to this? Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Joshua will want to know about you. Please, go to our camp on the Eastern Virgin. tell him how you came to be here.
You got a funny idea about what Mojave is like, but I'll go with you and see your boss.
Good sists. Maybe while you're there, you can tell me about where you came from, yeah?
Follow Shock has given you the well-stacked cannons perk. Follow Shock is in your party. Reaching any summit in Zion Valley such a ranger station would reveal all nearby map markers and inspire heightened state of awareness, plus 3 perception for 3 minutes. Dead Horses Camp, and we started at the Southern Passage. The White Legs actually do quite a bit of damage with their weapons. All skilled at guns. They try hard to enter, join the Legion.
Hold up. See that log over there? Take a closer look. There might be some good stuff tucked in there.
Bunch of these savages attacking a guy in power armor never ends up well. I couldn't let go. I have no idea what to play next, so I decided to fix this. Did he have 9mm machine gun? Very quiet here. Go talk with this guy. There's a 45 on.
What can I tell you?
Tell me a little about this area. Any interesting wildlife?
Mostly it's the mountain bighorners. Whole herd of them up on the cliffs there. Usually they're not too aggressive, but lately, whew. My guess is one of the calves got lost somewhere along the way. Bighorners are communal. One missing calf, and the whole herd gets ornery. If that calf doesn't turn up soon, they might very well come down into the valley and attack the camp. Oh, sure. That's just what the hunters said. Well,
Who
I
cares?
guess let me know if you change your mind. What can I tell you?
Those tribals who attacked me.
Whitelegs. Nasty bunch. They've been raiding deeper into Zion ever since New Canaan was wiped out.
Wait, what? New Canaan was wiped out? How?
That's what Joshua said. Whitelegs came down from Great Salt Lake in force. Fell on New Canaan before they could mount a defense. Joshua found some of the survivors led by a man named Daniel. Most of them have fled the valley. But Daniel stayed on with the Sorrows tribe. He and Joshua have been arguing over whether to stand and fight the Whitelegs, or take the Sorrows and the Dead Horses out of the valley.
Where did they come from?
That's the weird part. Normally the Whitelegs keep to the Great Salt Lake. I don't know what brought them down this far south. What can I tell you?
Why are you called Fall of Chuck, FC?
Our advanced scouts leave chalk signs to mark places rich with game. I'm not a full scout yet, so I follow the marks and guide the hunters.
What are all those tattoos?
Dead horses mark ourselves to commemorate our hunts. When a hunter takes a great beast, or when a youth goes on his first hunt, he gets a tattoo.
Tell me about your tribe.
We came up in the land of the Dead Horse. Though why the back when folks called it that, I got no hint. We raided. We fought. We lost. Our enemies drove us back into Zion, and we would have died if it hadn't been for Joshua. Joshua and his Caesar.
Wait, what about Kaiser?
When Joshua first came to us, he was servant to a man he called Caesar. He led his master's armies, and we were ready to follow him into war. Then he lost his master's army to a tribe called NCR, the Sunset People.
NCR.
When he returned, he was as you saw him. Burned, broken, but
I
changed.
haven't seen him yet.
He led us away from Caesar, led us to our own destiny in Zion.
What's with the shell casings in your club?
We decorate our clubs with them to honor Joshua Graham. They were the weapons of his old tribe, so now they are ours. Can't say they seem that dangerous to me, but Joshua says they won the West.
Joshua do for you?
If it wasn't for Joshua, the Dead Horses would still be the whipping boys of the Zion Valley. He taught us how to hold our territory, to protect ourselves. He guided us away from Caesar, and showed us how Caesar would have destroyed us.
What do you know about the New Canaanites?
Little bit. I met some of their missionaries a few times, but I've never been to their city. Joshua could tell you more. Or Daniel, I imagine.
Why is it so important that we fight the White Legs?
Well, because they're our enemies. What else would we do? They take our land, they kill our scouts, they poach our hunting grounds.
Remember anything about Joshua from before he became your leader?
Only a little. I was very young. He was different. Prouder, yes, but harder, crueler, more driven. Really, I was terrified of him. We all were. When he came back, I almost didn't believe he was the same man. He was humbler. He wanted to protect, not destroy. Ask away.
Tell me about Joshua Graham.
He's been the chief of our tribe since he came back to the valley. He went off to the civilized world years ago to fight a war. That didn't go well.
What happened to him?
You see his face, you'll understand.
The only recent war I know of is when Caesar Legion attacked Hoover Dam. Is that where he fought?
I don't know. He doesn't talk about it much. Maybe. But how can two civilized tribes fight over something as small as a dam?
Small. Have you ever seen Hoover Dam? It's bigger than some of those mountains.
Really? That's... my gods. Must be some mighty civilized folks who built that.
Be surprised what civilized tribes will fight over.
Now you sound like Joshua. He always tells me that tribal life is better. That I should stay here and forget the outside world.
I have him as a companion, but I have only one charisma. We've gotten the charisma implant at 45,000 caps, so yeah, good to go.
We follow this path for a while. Nice view of the river. Eh.
4 extra lives. The location nearby.
Please, don't move.
Why? I'm not scared of that shit. I fought to kill the Deathclaw.
Whew. That was some kind of lucky. Guess that one was all full of gecko, eh? Don't get used to it, though. Yao Guai are plenty mean as a rule.
Oh, why? This area has looks like no background music. Banana Yucca is gonna be good for healing here. We might not run out of steam packs, who knows. Map is not big, but there's gotta be locations. This place is almost like some kind of national park or something. Not so sure how to activate his perk. You have to be on a right location. And he
Keep headed north, around this rock pile.
it's kind of like explorer for a couple of locations. You guys don't even have bad weapons. Where the hell is his gun? 12.7? It's a big gun. Guess it fell somewhere. This guy had a hunting revolver. These weapons actually do nasty crit damage. Broke. We managed to destroy the gun while he was trying to shoot us. This is what, 3, 4, 6 white lakes already? Gonna be a lot of experience in combat in this. Might actually get close to level 30. We do need level 30. Banana Yucca at minus 25 food, minus 37 H2O, and 14 health. Yes, keep up the health with that. Or at least not be thirsty or hungry as well. We're supposed to trigger FC perk on a location in the back, but it didn't trigger for some reason. Is this supposed to be the Vault 22 people?
Follow the old road south. Nearly there.
Vault 22 people, when they abandoned their vault, they went here, this way. Ara gave fruits. Enemy close by, huh? Looks like geckos. That area might actually reveal his would trigger his perk. Here's a unique perk. Well-stat cairns. Reaching any summit in Zion Valley. Reveal all nearby markers and increase perception. There's a Yaoguai there. They do hit hard, but they're not that close. Switch to our best weapon. Yaoguai meat is pretty powerful. Pretty powerful. Yeah. It's the spine. Be able to trigger his perk here. So
Some kind of view up here, eh? If you know how to look, you can spot all kinds of landmarks from up here. Look, I'll show you.
So what do we have here? On about Virgin River, Two Skies Cave, and Old Rock Wild Bridge. That's his perk. I think this was actually the first location you could trigger his perk. We entered this expansion level 23. Expect at least 6 levels. But turbo withdrawal, bad. Let's use a fixer. Plus 3 perception, huh? See the enemies before they see us. And there's enemy on the other side of this hill. Rock. One for the Yaoguai. We have a T-51B power armor. Yaoguai needs to crit to do any damage. Not a fan of companions, to be honest. But we'll keep this guy until we reach his camp. That's why I don't like this shit. It should be a thing you can tell companions not to do anything, just follow. Much banana yucca here. Did you get it past the bug? Yeah. I mean, you see how we are doing the DLC stuff. Might as well check this stranger station while you're here. Fucking companions, man. That guy is trying to kill the gecko on the other side of the mountain. Hope he dies. It's very good meat. Ranger Substation Peregrine. We actually triggered his perk again. Discovered Eastern Virgin Fork Campground in Antborough. Big damage, huh? Is the guy for fucking real? We'll need to hold their hands, the companions.
Got him!
This pistol actually is very high value. Gonna get loaded with stuff pretty fast here. Maybe with Russian. You idiot.
What can I tell you?
Fuck off. Yeah. We throw this character into our face and all of a sudden we should start caring for him or something. He's lucky we didn't kill him. Looks like a Burning Man. Yeah, it's morning, Croatia. Good morning. 6 a.m. Supposedly it's gonna be super hot today. Super hot. I'm not going to go to sleep until I'm super exhausted as well. Oh, we're gonna do some zombie streaming. Good old zombie, huh? Eastern Virgin. Follow the river here, right? If I'm not mistaken, there should be some traps here. Cactus water, prickly pear fruit, and empty soda bottles. It's actually a very nice poison resist there. Might actually use this. What you like? 10 years old? What the hell? They're about to talk to one of the cooler characters in the game. Is this Fallen Rock Cave? It's booby trapped. Double shotgun. Cave fungus.
My god! Have you seen that shit? Holy shit! What the hell?
Hey Gardner, thank you for continued support. That's nasty, man. Blowing a mine upside down. Tricky. Oh, how strong is this actually? Cave fungus. Holy shit, it's heavy and expensive. Does look like the fragment has a lower blast radius than a C4. Makes you wonder what that tripwire do. Grenades. Eastern Virgin. Hey Fern, thanks to the host. Yeah, we're doing Honest Hearts. That cave makes no sense to me. What is the purpose of it?
Glad you made it. Joshua's just to the south, inside the Angel Cave. You'll want to talk to him straight away.
What is this place?
This is the eastern fork of the Virgin River, and it's the place we dead horses call home. Joshua says it is a temple to God's glory on earth. We can talk more about it later, though. It's not smart to keep Joshua waiting.
Dead Horses Camp.
Good. You again?
Blood Shield. Barrel cactus fruit, cave fungus, and a spore plant pods. Ooh, 78 poison resistance. Cave fungus seems useful. What are they eating here? Gecko. This is so weird. Guy in power armor and he came with a bunch of savages.
Hoi. Auslander Zuka Joshua Graham.
What?
Show respect, Auslander. Joshua Graham, greatest war chief.
Where the hell is she? From Germany? But we were in America.
We should have given you a better welcome on your first visit to Zion. But from what I hear, the Whitelegs beat us to it. Whitelegs seem to be the only visitors we have these days. And I wouldn't have expected anyone from the Mojave to come looking for us. And you're a courier, no less. Not the one I was expecting, but I suppose he wouldn't have come with a caravan. I don't know if you were close to the other members of your group, but you have my sympathy. I pray for the safety of all good people who come to Zion, even Gentiles. But we can't expect God to do all the work.
Mentions Lysias, huh? I don't know so much about what happened to me.
The dead horses are capable scouts. Nothing passes into or out of Zion without my hearing of it.
I came here with the Habitat Scout Company. Who gives a shit about that company to make contact with the New Canaanites?
Happy trails. I remember. They were good friends. I have bad news for your employers. New Canaan was destroyed, its citizens scattered. All because of the Whitelegs. And Caesar, of course. The Whitelegs want to join the Legion. Caesar's rite of passage is the destruction of the New Canaanites. Almost assuredly because of me. The good news is that we can help you find your way back. Daniel, one of the other New Canaanites, has made many maps of the region. The bad news is that we can't help you right now. Not with everything that's going on.
How about I go find dear Daniel and shake the information out of him?
There are many reasons why that would be a bad idea. I will illuminate 3. First, do not believe that because Daniel is a missionary, he is incapable of or unwilling to defend himself. Second, if you harm Daniel or any of the sorrows or dead horses, I will find you. Make no mistake. God willing, you will not leave this valley. Lastly, waging war against good people is bad for the soul. This may not seem important to you
They
now,
don't know that we're the devil.
but it's the most important thing I've said.
Fine, what do you need?
You're a good neighbor to us. We all go through periods of darkness. In such times, we can turn to the Lord. But it's good to have friends. Daniel and I need pre-war tools to help us navigate beyond Zion. Should we need to evacuate, these instruments will be vital to us. Normally, we would have some of the dead horses or sorrows look for them. But many pre-war buildings in the valley are taboo. They won't go inside.
Taboo?
The Sorrows believe in a spirit that lives in the caves. Say the spirit punished them once for trespassing. They put special marks around the cave entrances to keep people out. It doesn't work on the Whitelegs, of course, but the dead horses are spooked.
See what I can do.
Thank you. Follow Chalk can help you find your way around the valley. He's inexperienced, but he knows enough of our language to ignore the taboos about pre-war buildings.
The first thing, we met this guy here. And we got 3 quests. Tourist trap, gone fishing, and the roadside attraction. Don't remember, but I've seen him in multiple games. Heard him.
Welcome back. What can I do for you?
What did you say about a courier? Who were you expecting?
Caesar would never admit this openly, but he knows that I'm alive. I've killed enough of his frumentarii and assassins that have come looking. I've heard one of them travels the Mojave as a courier. Most of Caesar's agents meet a fitting end in NCR territory, but maybe this one survived.
Is he talking about us? I've not been here as a member of the Legion. Met Caesar, you know. What do you think he would say if I told him you were here?
I think that would put him and you in a difficult position. Caesar has agents looking for me, but he won't admit I'm alive. And even if you killed me, he can't acknowledge that. To do so would be to admit I had never died, that Caesar made a mistake. No, he lives by his lies and shall die by his lies. There is no escaping it.
Pray God, what are you talking about?
I am a New Canaanite. We believe we are the heirs of a spiritual tradition given to our ancestors thousands of years ago. We have made and kept covenants with our Lord God to honor his laws. In exchange, we are promised eternal salvation after this life. A day will come when our Lord returns to judge us all. Until then, we must honor his laws and start others along the path of salvation if we can. That's why we trade with others and work the tribes. We have more than food and medicine to offer. Good news is our most valuable commodity.
Wait, you don't actually believe that, do you?
I know it may be hard for you to accept or even to understand. In my heart, I believe that though I am a sinner, I have been saved. And I believe there is something beyond this rock, and this air, and this water around us. Something more that is waiting for us. I have been baptized twice. Once in water, once in flame. I will carry the fire of the Holy Spirit inside until I stand before my Lord for judgment.
Nice guns.
In the Great Basin and Colorado Plateau, all tribes are known for a specific weapon. Whitelegs are known for their big submachine guns, storm drums. They broke into an armory near Spanish Fork and have been using them for years. Of course, the Dead Horses have their wooden war clubs, and even the Sorrows have their Yao Guai gauntlets. This type of .45 automatic pistol was designed by one of my tribe almost 400 years ago. Learning its use is a New Canaanite rite of passage.
You run the show around here?
I wouldn't say that. I am the acting war chief for the Dead Horses. They look up to me for such matters, but I only have the authority they give me. Daniel is the spiritual leader and main link of the New Canaanites to the Sorrows. He's up in the Narrows right now.
What's going on with all these tribes?
A great deal. There are 3, make that 4, tribes here in Zion. You've already met the Whitelegs on the way in. In this camp, you'll find Dead Horses. In the Narrows, the Sorrows. And finally, there's Daniel and myself. We're New Canaanites.
The New Canaanites really a tribe?
We wear more clothing than them and understand more about technology. But we're still a tribe. A linked family of families. The Boneyard, Phoenix, New Vegas, they're just places, metal and stone. New Canaan dies, but the tribe lives on. When the walls come tumbling down, when you lose everything you have, you always have family. And your family always has tribe.
I hope we find some stealth boys in this place. And to kill about 20 dead claws. Otherwise. Why did the Whitelegs attack my caravan?
They attack everyone who isn't a Whiteleg, especially caravans. They don't know how to survive on their own, so they have to raid. But as for why
Goddamn
they are here,
greenskins.
they are trying to wipe us out. All of us. They want to join Caesar's legion, and they can only prove their worth by destroying the new Canaanites and everyone we shelter.
Do they speak our language?
Most don't. It's been hundreds of years since the war. They've developed their own languages.
Ooga booga, huh?
Take the dead horses. We think they were originally refugees from a place called Rez, east of the Grand Canyon. They speak a combination of Rez and a language spoken by travelers who were visiting Rez when the bombs fell. Over time, the two languages blended. I was a translator years ago, but it's hard to keep up with all of the tribal variations.
Does the valley belong to the dead horses?
The valley belongs to God, but no. The dead horses live at Dead Horse Point, up the Colorado River. They came here because I asked them to. Before I returned to the fold, I visited them years earlier. I looked much different then, but I left an impression on them. I taught them how to hunt more efficiently, how to maintain their weapons and pre-war equipment. When I returned, they showed their appreciation.
Haven't I seen any sorrows in the valley?
The Sorrows have many skilled hunters among them, but no warriors. They have not had to deal with war or raiders for decades. Even though they can hunt a full-grown Yaoguai, they don't know how to deal with the Whitelegs. That's why we're here.
Is this DLC mentioned as all talking? No. It's the Old World Blues. The beginning has a ridiculous amount of talking. And it's not all talking, but there's a ridiculous amount of it. Quite a bit hilarious as well. That's the third one. This is the second. There are 4 of them, if you don't count the Gunner's Arsenal, which is just added items pretty much. Each one of these 4 DLCs is like an expansion to the game.
Of course.
All of them are really dark shit. Really dark shit. The third one tries to hide the dark shit with a lot of humor.
We do. Though the Whitelegs destroyed New Canaan, they didn't destroy all of our supply caches. All forms of currency are recognized here. Caps, NCR dollars, even Legion coin. Take a look.
He's selling plasma. Holy shit, that damage. Can't say not to plasma grenades. This one is actually good. $1,700 flamer fuel. It's a stackable healing katana. And I need a purified water for rushing water. Can I ask you some personal questions?
Right now, I'd like you to focus on helping Daniel. Maybe there will be time later. God be with you.
Need God when you have a devil on your side. on your shoulder. Yeah, the max range is usually better. But you know, the projectile has a drop, so it doesn't matter that much. Same as with Hell Cannon. So it's better than the rockets in that regard. Look at all this shit, man. The 6th survivalist hidden caches. Look at the guy that has the story about him in the cave. What's the karma situation right now? Deceiver. Only this is only here for the cache. Oh, look at that, big book of science. Random. So what's the health? 410. There are plenty of medics if we get ambushed by a lot of the white legs. They do have strong weapons. They do have strong weapons. Let's see. You have to go there, huh? The first stage of this is pretty much just gather some stuff. The Yao Guai. Where the hell did they come from, though? It's just spawned behind me. Bug you did display, it's a common bug with the medics, because the medics shows damage make you show damage reduction, which is on top of the DT, so it just goes on off, and eventually it's you can see it, but it's very dark. Hey cookies, you still have DT, but you just can't see it. Just a bug with medics. They never fixed it. What DT? 41. Stonewall 46. I tried to find the remnant armor, but it was too risky. Managed to kill one dead close though. I'll do it when I get level 30. The crits don't care about this DT on very hard, it's kinda broken. So unless you get level 50, the DT is still weak against the crits. There's another sketch, you know. It's not needed. Somebody was up on the mountain. Pearl cactus fruit. We have the formula to craft turbo, but I need to get 50 science. We'll get it probably during this during Hans Hearts.
Das wird bad.
These guys have pretty good weapons. Shish kebab, what the hell? I don't think I should be looting most of this anyways. There'll be no way to get to sell this. Where exactly are we right now? Virgin Fork Campground. Let's see if there is any notable loot here. Just bottles to create water. Prickly pear fruit. That's the cactus stuff.
Ja, Tag.
Hey, Mega Fox. I'll be doing exploring, but we'll be doing the quests too. There's a location nearby here. Yeah, this is the Honest Hearts. And Burrow, huh? Just, you know, marked. We can fast travel around this area, so it's good to have some locations marked. Old Rocklow Bridge. What's the damage currently on this lance? Favorite enemy in the game are the Cazador. Well, you do get to the point where they're actually no problem, but they make you nervous until your character gets there. Earlier today, cleared that passage between the mountains and the Great Khan camp. That has a ridiculous amount of Cazadors. Two Skies Cave. Yeah, we're down to Venom, yeah, no problem. But those melee attacks on very hard can crit as well. What the hell? Why are you hostile there, friend? Oh, game, you evil. Wild dog. You can have animal friend and he will not attack you. But not worth it. There's a huge Cazador there. Doing some exploring here. Does look like there's some white lakes here. Giant Cazador. That's a big one. That's a big one. Didn't know I eat Cazadors for breakfast. These look like white lakes here. Bloody mess. Bloody mess will do that. Shit, that poison is actually still working now. Ninja. Bunch of wildlife here, huh? We definitely gonna need some extra anti-venom for this shit.
I'm Steve Whitney. You can know me for me.
They're hunting in war. I mean, if you don't have health or the armor, those weapons can actually quite a bit of damage. What's this place called? So many locations in this small area. Bend Bridge. I do have the tendency just to explore a lot of locations first, and then start doing the quests here. The gecko can actually do a big attack. I can do big attacks too. We're also getting closer to Slayer. Slayer is gonna make Gehenna out of control. We can get Turpentines in Mojave. We're gonna need Turpentines for Turbo. What's this place called? The Ranger Substation Eagle. I will be eating a lot of beans in this DLC. Pork and beans. It's hard, huh? 75. 75 at Eagle. Bighorn Bluff. I tried several things, but in the end, just need to load the loose files. Sometimes all the files get turned off and it gets wonky and causes issues. when you go on the list, and that seems to done the trick. When you launch the game, and you can see that sometimes you're playing the with all DLCs, but they're not activated. That did a trick. Or maybe it was a combination of things. I don't know. I did remove the mods I tried. They didn't help. The red gate. There's a bunch of locations here. There's like, but most of them have nothing real. Just, you know, markers. Okay. Get to the crashed scout bus. Yes, from this bridge. Get a lot of these small healing items. They do add up. Hey, Nerfy. Gotta get surprising.
You can kumpa me.
Mount this gauntlet. This bonus crit, like special. Oh shit, that guy on the hill. What the hell is this damage, man? Power armor. But what the hell? Shit is definitely busted, man. Also, automatic weapons should like not damage the power armor. It's just unlucky crits. Crits on very hard bullshit. Perception affects accuracy with guns? No, does not. The game will tell you a couple of things like that, but it actually doesn't do anything. Like, you know, agility makes you move faster. That's not true. Perception doesn't make you more accurate. How much damage did it on the armor? Helmet got hit a couple of times. It's every game has this oversized Lord Drago. They add stuff to the game, and you know, they try to make it work that it does something, and they never really check if it actually does something in the first place, and they leave it and never fix it. Not every company is Blizzard. To find a compass, you know. And a bunch of kids get killed in this boss, huh? Repair compass. Oh, nice level up. Lockpick 56, huh? I need two things right now. Need unarmed to 90 and science to 50. So we can start crafting turbo. A turbo for this this content can wait, I think. We'll get the lockpick to 75 first. Which is not even that critical to get, really. Start getting turbo so we can actually immediately use turpentines. But can we actually find Brock flowers in this place? I don't think so. Anyways, it's gonna take 2 levels either way. This character needs sneak now. Don't need sneak. I guess we'll get slowly there. This puts it on the next level now. We have low intelligence, so we get limited skill points. Only one extra skill point. 10 is the base, and only 2 intelligence gives 1. Since no 4 intelligence, no educated. So low intelligence. This is currently made a restriction to only have 2 intelligence. So skills take a while to build up. Oh, we'll get there. There's plenty of levels to go. Oh, baby! Slayer walks the earth. The speed of all melee weapons and unarmed attacks is increased by 30%. Jesus. War 7 agility, 90 unarmed with level 24. I think many a player has seen this Slayer thing in like, it's like, who cares, it smells, like, doesn't make my gun shoot fast and shit like that. But until you try it with a powerful melee weapon or unarmed weapon, haven't seen shit. Haven't seen shit. Only under effects by a Psycho. 155 damage on a thermic lance. Chainsaw 147. And Gehenna. Yeah, it's gonna be just ridiculous now. Only the startup animation gets affected by the attack speed on Chainsaw. But it's good against trash opponents, so you don't have to break your good stuff. Consort of Discord. And the crits when you have Psycho and this on are ridiculous. Ridiculous. And we don't even have better criticals yet. We'll get better criticals next. Absolutely ridiculous. Five medics, huh? Seen the attack speed is bonkers. Okay, boys, this looks like a nice place to save. We can try to get some sleep. We got it fixed. We continue tomorrow, boys. No need to look for something else to play. When I wake up, probably gonna be around between 4 and 5 p.m. Hopefully, sun is long gone from this side. And we'll continue the Honest Hearts. We pretty much just started exploring the area, doing the first quests. Thank you guys for watching, and good night.